I think you got something.
What book is it?
What's it called? How's it going? Can you tell me how this gets some beef? Why are you looking at me like that? Very people there now.
Hey, macaroni. What's going on? Oh, you said, what's up, man?
Are you teaching him something that?
Yeah, look at me.
What's up, man? You literally say that to me every day.
This is our son's
No, I didn't want to. I had to try it out.
What day?
I know, I was trying to do this right now.
I just did it on Wednesday.
You can actually. I studied.
You might technically do that one.
Chad!
That's too late, man. You wait too long.
You quickly, like, you're able to have it end by
No, I meant like what's the
It's his fault.
Like your
Why do you love me so close to you, bro?
Yes, it is. That's not.
I want to be that close. What is that? What are we doing tonight? What are we doing that close?
I told you yesterday. I don't want to be that close to you. Let go of me.
It's uneven and gives me PTSD.
Stop. Let go of me. I don't want to be close to
That's
you.
not even the right letter.
Oh, yeah.
I don't want to be that. Touch me in your face.
Oh!
That's
Weird. What is happening?
I'm so sorry about these.
Ronnie made it weird.
That's my desk.
No.
You can come back with me. You'll never explain it.
Why are you so close?
You just feel I think more familiar.
I think you owe an apology.
Your name, your identity.
I think there always needs an apology.
No, you're not. That's not this day.
Ask how.
No, it's not. Overtures.
That's overtures, Ronnie. That's form.
Bro, no. You know,
Actually, to overtures is 6 weeks. Ronnie,
All right, everyone sit down, please, and thank you.
make it a little easier.
All right.
Alright, we ready? Ready? Yeah. Alright, today we're going to be talking to you guys about the Treaty of Paris. It was a treaty that was signed after the American Revolution.
Was it treaty in Paris?
We will find out. We will go.
Does anyone know what a treaty is?
Yeah.
Give me an example. Or not an example, or just give me a description.
Like a peace agreement between two forces on.
Yeah. All right, so what is a treaty? A treaty is a formal and legally binding agreement between two individuals or countries. Treaties are negotiated and signed by the people of the involved parties to address specific issues, establish rules, and normalize behavior. Treaties can cover a wide range of subjects, including peace, trade, human rights, environmental protection, arms control, and more. So, this is the real version of the peace treaty. Does anyone want to come up and try to read this?
Me.
Go for it.
No, thank you.
I can't
I
even
can barely read cursive. I
can't read. Come on.
If you can't read it, it's okay. Just give up. It's not a big deal.
In Abby. Please. Wait, is that the?
That's the, but I don't
That's
think that was.
but you-
Isn't it like 4 score instead?
No.
This is like
Please, yeah,
people.
say please.
You already lost.
The. You guys are so.
I'm sorry.
Okay, if you give up, give up, it's all right.
I think that's a.
Okay.
Yeah,
Good
good job.
Good job. Good try.
That's a start.
Good job.
It's James.
All right, anyway. All right, so the real peace treaty was between Britain and the United States. It was signed in 1783. The American negotiators were John Adams, Ben Franklin, John Jay, and it was signed in Paris, France. So I'm going to test your guys' knowledge a little bit because other classes have been wrong. What did Benjamin Franklin do?
Free this
Nothing.
The light bulb.
No.
No, that was.
Exactly. That's exactly why I asked the question.
That wasn't it was Thomas Edison.
It was
That wasn't
Thomas
Benjamin.
Edison is the one that made the
Why
light bulb.
would it
No, it's not. It's Nikola Tesla. You're wrong. You're wrong.
That's
I'm
right.
wrong.
I know what you
Thomas stole the idea.
Benjamin Franklin did a lot of stuff. I mean, like, I remember the thing he did with type. With
There you
the, like,
Yep. Ben. Was Ben Franklin president?
No.
Yes. No.
No.
He was not a president. He's the only figure. He's the only figure on any bill that is not a president.
Well, actually, Alexander Hamilton wasn't a president.
Well, I guess you're right.
So there's two.
There is two, yeah.
Oh, he is.
Okay, so this is the breakdown of what countries got what after the treaty. So France, it ended the French and Indian War. They gave up all their territories in mainland America and ordered to stop taking Spanish land in Mexico. And then America won the Revolutionary War, so they gained the most from it. They gained really what they wanted from it. So they gained all land east of the Mississippi River. And then they gained control of all the colonies on the Atlantic coast, so the original 13 colonies on the East Coast, and then allowed them to claim their independence as a nation. And then Britain lost land in Quebec in Canada, and then they lost all power that they had in the U.S. colonies to all power in their government, and agreed to recognize the United States as an independent nation. So this is like just the map of who owned what after the treaty. So the green, so Mississippi River and east, is going to be the United States, except for Florida, that is owned by Spain. All the orange is Spain, so they own west of the Mississippi, Mexico, and then the red is what Britain still owns after the treaty, so they own a lot of present-day Canada.
All right, so what you guys are going to do, you're going to be doing a group activity. So you're going to get in groups of 2 to 4, no more than 4. And you're going to make your own treaty with your group. So you guys are going to act like you're the colonists of the United States. And then Mr. Hawkins is going to be King Hawkins of Britain. And you guys have to try to basically make a treaty and try to get him to sign it. You're going to try to declare some sort of peace, have some reasoning with it. He's going to come back with rebuttals. And we've had 4 successful treaties throughout the whole day.
So we're basically going up against our own government.
So this is corrupt.
So you guys can go ahead and get in groups.
In other words, denied.
Basically this. I know you're corrupt, Mr. Hawkins, but let's go. I need a paper. Get a piece of paper. So that
I need someone.
And are you free?
I guess so.
Somewhere
don't have any more. They took a couple of them when they had teachers out here, and I don't know, they ever did bring them back. You know what? Hang on a minute. I know where they might be. Well, that's fine, but I still want
Yeah, you can look it up. That's a good idea.
Okay, I know how to write it in person.
Okay, that first that one, the top, right? That one, don't look at that one.
As the students, we choose. Okay, that can be what we're doing. What it says. We would like treat others how you would treat yourself. Are you guys? Hey, are they allowed to be looking at them? Yes, you're allowed to. Yeah, we are. Stay in the line. You're not in the line. Harassment.
Just don't look at this.
I think just stay.
We can't, Mr. Honor.
We're doing this wrong.
Don't copy exactly what they have. Use it for
I'm already here. We're doing this. Hey guys, we have to pay Guys, I have a smart idea.
I have the first idea.
Move. So we can get
Go away.
I kind of was thinking that. I kind of just want to be like. See how their hair's fine.
That's what it is. Never a plan to get back. No, there wasn't. Was there ever a plan? Yeah, he's
So you're on the right track. Because like also we barely want to and how are we gonna like send troops and stuff over? So
I said all of fact.
Hang on. Hey, they're cheap.
for ideas.
I told you. Come up with your own ideas.
Yeah.
What?
We're cheap, come up with your own ideas. If you guys give me one of those, if you guys give me one that's on the board that I've already heard, I'm gonna deny it, say it's already been used. All right.
It's not the same.
Paper. Honor Watts. You're not about it. What is that supposed to? What is that? I mean, I know it's a new one, but I just don't think. There's really nothing wrong with this guy, except he talks way too much. Mr. Hardy is like the whole because he is very slow.
You can read that right there.
Ask them.
Are you about to ask for
For 5 business days. No. We're gonna show them. We're gonna just test them.
Can I get my own papers?
Why?
I'm literally working with somebody that has a
If you want your Alright, Alex, we're gonna do it. Like 10, bigger. We're gonna do all the guys. What do you guys have actually? Just run it by
No. Oh.
Okay, so could you explain this to me? Just the Bruce King proposition.
Mr. Hawkins.
No.
He didn't even read it. I mean, King Hawkins. Here's our this treaty.
I can't look at it right now. That's why I said no. Because they want me to wait till the time's up. So I can make it, you know, a true judgment. Because if I know what's coming in,
Why does he have
well, it
to?
depends. If it's all worthy,
We have to have like the topic like
yes, I can ask them. Seriously, I can't. Because
Hey,
if
I have a
not,
question. You're gonna give us the answer to make our
right, and
No, but
then
just give us
obviously
answers
at that point in
What are your
time,
favorite? Oh wait. Wow, Mr. Hawkins, you look the same.
I thought I moved on.
Do you age, Mr. Hawkins? Because
No.
I can tell. Wait. Sorry, I just
Okay, so.
That's basically you from the military.
second. It's pretty great.
How do you think they got from? Let's just walk on this side.
Tell me tomorrow.
No, Mr. Hawkins.
You don't give it to me yet. Not yet. We'll do it. We'll do it in class.
We are setting it down.
And I want you guys to have that study from tomorrow. Guys, remember, post-test tomorrow as well. Yeah, the one that came after the pre-test. Thank you, man.
It's 5 minutes. I would say 7. Which is like to be in a position like I don't know any little bit of why.
They wouldn't trade places. Why are we trading? Oh my
It's just fun, right? I'm actually bad for that. I think I just
Probably not.
Oh no, what is this?
Hey, Mr. Hawkins, do you have a mirror in here? No, so they're gonna see your Or spell it. Go on.
I think I say his
You were not excluded. You do not need to.
No, I said.
Let's do that again. You missed the app practice. We had our snow. It was Lila. So my name was mayonnaise.
Oh, yeah. I was like, what is
Who was that? Was it Brooke? Oh, yeah. And then one of them was at one point they had me in the basketball, but I couldn't even reach her cat. We had, she said, she tired of the show. And she didn't send me the face. Oh my god. I hope we're done. Lila, we're Mr. Macaroni, $7. I did so bad. You didn't get super good. We will. Actually, you will. On babies. On babies. On babies. Say on yeah, you say on babies. No, sorry.
I think you dropped something. I hate you actually. I think you dropped something.
I have a drink.
No. No, it's me. Anybody's simple. No,
Want your chair back? Uh-oh. Yeah, don't give me a second before it dies.
No, let's do that before it dies. That's our time.
Hey, Mr.
One where you feel reach.
I don't think so.
It's about to die. But you're going to be done with your computer card.
just hold it.
On me.
Nine, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
What was that?
Okay.
Alright,
So we're going to come back together. We're going to have you guys present your treaties to the king.
I didn't say. You need a call.
Okay, let's go first. Okay,
Alright.
go ahead. Read it loud.
You gotta read it loud
We need
to
the
the
whole
class.
room. No, we're going. Come on. Okay.
Alright, ready?
Make my go.
Whenever he's ready.
I'm ready
Are
whenever they
you
are.
listening? Okay. The United States promises to trade, not fight, become allies, and to come together to discuss any conflicts and current issues. We will have a peaceful trading system if the community agrees. The British King promises to obey and to keep the colonies together. As the British King, we will stop any and all wars between our colonies. Do you trust the United States to keep their promise? I, Olivia Sargent, Ruby Robson, Carly Carpenter, Megan Smith, agree to, I don't know what that word is, abide by this treaty. Okay, fine. We're done.
Wait, no, you gotta see a piece. It accepts or denies the treaty.
Well, I'm not sure if I should because they didn't know what the terms of their own treaty was. We agreed to, what's this word?
Abide. Okay, I can't read cursive. She can't read cursive. She doesn't even know how to write her name in cursive.
That's not even in my cursive.
Alright, let me see it.
I think my little brother can read that idea.
Shut up, Lily. I don't want to hear your comments.
Bro. My question for this group is how are you gonna stop the wars?
We'll just call it quits. Like, yeah.
No, we're not gonna have
On
that.
baby.
That's why we meet once a year to discuss what's happening in our country.
Like all our
Where do you have that we're meeting once a year?
It's on there.
It's on here.
Olivia, if you
Look.
did not put that on
Wait.
Olivia.
I put it on there. I know I did. And to come together to discuss any complex issues.
It doesn't say any of that, but it says we'll come together.
Olivia, we told you guys told me to write that down.
Alright. We'll table that one for now.
And it's not a no. Hey, that's not a no. Hold on.
That one's a problem.
I'm sorry, guys. I got mucus in my throat. Okay. So,
But I think I know what
are
it
you
is.
listening, Mr. Hawkins?
No. Hang on. You know, some people, when they talk, I've conditioned myself not to listen. So I forgot I was actually supposed to this time, so go.
We, the United States, promise to not bother Britain, to keep fair trade up, to find a way to help refund Britain for their damages and costs, and keep peace.
As long as the Britain King promises to keep the colonies independent, not invade or attempt to invade, and to keep up their end of the deal.
We, Lily Ballard,
Ursula Young, Lila Williams, Lauren Hendrickson.
agree to abide by this treaty.
I think accept or deny.
Yeah, and that one is gonna be denied on the condition that I think you're gonna do well to take care of your own country, let alone help us. What'd you say you promised to do financially?
We were gonna find a way to help.
Find a way to pay the war debts. You're gonna do well to be able to support your own country, let alone find a way to pay us back.
We're rich.
Denied.
Denied. Alright, who's up next?
Can you accept it? You can be different.
Alright, the United States does not invade the British. We promise not to. And we will give the British fair economical trades and military support for any future battles. Lastly, we will send all supplies if needed, and we promise the British ally. And if the British King does not like what we have to say, we will peacefully negotiate. What we want you guys to give us is the British does not invade the United States ever again, and to promise to give us independence and accept that we're an independent country. Lastly, give us fair economical trades. Signed by Carter Valentine, Zach Patchen,
James Harris?
and agree to abide by this treaty.
Of course you do, because you're saying you're not gonna attack us. What are you gonna attack me with? Oh, your military support. You don't have a military.
You don't know that yet.
Oh, I do know that.
Yeah, we
We give you some military support.
Hang on, you're saying you beat us?
Actually, I don't know.
All right, guys, fair enough. You won that war. You don't have a military anymore. Where did all your military go?
Back to the farm.
Back to the farms. So why should I agree to the current terms and conditions of that when there's no threat here?
Because we will help you with anything you need.
With what? You don't even have a government.
I feel like
George Washington.
George Washington, man, that man's gonna be busy.
I know.
But I don't like Washington anyway.
Wait, what?
Guys, do you think the King of Britain is gonna have a love lost for him?
Thomas Jefferson is going to make the Declaration of Independence.
Thomas Jefferson is? You guys are grasping straws now. Denied.
Yes, you did. That was you too. That was you too. Look, I will say yours. That too is small. You just don't say it in
Yours is even about
Hey,
Alright.
guys, listen.
It's
Hang on, just hold up.
Anyway, we, the United States, promise not to attack, ambush, and mock the British. We also will allow British to have peaceful relations. Britain will also be able to trade with us, and we'll give them tobacco and sugar, pay some of the debt we have caused. The British promise to allow America to recognize its independence. We also will give friends some land we took. Also, we will help America by not attacking them and trade spice with them. We'll have delegates from each other's countries to keep peace between the groups. Signed by Wyatt, Bryson, and Jonathan. We agreed to abide by this treaty.
So what was that first statement again? Let me see the first. I think we're going back to this military thing again. Not attack. So what are you gonna attack the British with?
We won one war, we can win another.
Deny.
With what? Why?
Guys, seriously. You guys are going, you're going with this, you're going about this not with all the facts in front of you. And again, that's not 100% your fault because there's some information that we haven't gotten to yet. So, well, hang on. If you're gonna be coming to me with, proposing, am I gonna accept it if you can't agree to the terms of the condition? So I'm gonna turn it down. Now, guys, you've gotta remember, and when I say, a couple of you just looked at me when I say there's some stuff we haven't gone over yet, realistically in here, I think you guys can probably use a little bit of rational thought and figure it out. Who primarily made up the Continental Army? Huh? Okay, everybody keeps just saying George Washington. He was one mean man. He whipped the whole British Army by himself. Farmers. So guys, if farmers are making up our colonial army, once the war was over, where did they go?
Back to the farm.
Back to the farm. So what do you not have?
Army.
You don't have a military. So guys, if you don't have a military and you're looking at the king saying, we promise not to attack you, you don't have any terms there for him to agree to. That's not a threat, in other words. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
All right. Now, my sticking point with that, do you want to draw attention to the fact that you don't have an army?
No.
Guys, if you draw attention to that, what's another nation probably going to do?
Attack you.
They're going to come and attack, and we would have been there for the taking. Okay, does that make sense?
Yeah.
That's the reason why I'm hesitant when we say we promise not to attack. Because you don't want to draw attention to that fact. Washington, by the way, and again, I'm jumping ahead on this one, but Washington was well aware of this fact. And he's going to say things like, we've got to practice isolationism. We have got to keep our nose out of other people's business, mind our own business. Those were two of the big things, because he was well aware that if we put our nose in somebody else's problem and they decided to come over and attack us, we were done. All right, that was the reason why there was such a rush at the Constitutional Convention to get a government plan, and the big thing was to get a military in place. The other problem is, could we even really financially support a military right now?
No.
All right. So, another group.
Let's go, Ronnie.
And right now, I'm still.
The United States promises to relinquish all assets presented by Britain to America. We will not act with any unprompted aggression to any British land.
Britain will promise to relinquish all control on the East Coast and recognize America as a single nation, and will not act with unprompted violence to the American nation.
We
Ethan Osborne.
and Ronnie Bunch agree to abide by this treaty.
Approved and approved. Now, the reason this one was kind of hanging up, but there is one phrase on here that catches, it sticks out. They said trade, not fight. So guys, that more or less says they understand that we can't afford to fight, is the way I'm gonna take it. But I mean, before I wanted to approve that one, I wanted to make certain that you guys understood what that meaning was. Okay, all right. Any other groups?
Why did ours get approved?
Huh?
Why did ours get approved?
Were you coming up with it? All right, throw his out.
What?
Ronnie.
Wait,
They're
what?
questioning the approval.
No, we're not.
No,
It's
Ronnie
okay.
was.
Falcon, did you sign
Okay.
No, I
Alright, do you guys
didn't.
want to
Think
go?
of it. I didn't sign.
There's a little table back there.
That's all right.
Do you guys want to or not? If you want to, you don't have to.
No, they have to. Get up. Let's go.
Never mind. Never mind.
Now, I'm signing a Mr. and not King, because I'm not your king anymore.
The United States promises to stop all conflict between the U.S. and Britain. We will treat loyalists and British citizens fairly. We will continue to have contact with Britain and friendly trade. If all of the conditions are met, we will ally with Britain in a time of need. The British King promises to let the Americans be an independent nation, take all of the British soldiers out of our land, and in the future, British must not continue conflict with us. If we are in a time of conflict again, we will come together and end the violence. I, Matthew Blevins, agree to abide by this treaty.
Denied. No.
That's probably the best one of the day, honestly. I think it was really good.
Yeah, I didn't really have to think too much about
That
that.
one was really good.
All right. Now, guys, and I will say, overall, throughout the day, we did have to think a little more on yours. And there was really only one key point that stopped the majority of those from getting endorsed. And that was just the sticking fact that we really can't live up, that we're not gonna attack because it wasn't a threat.
Yeah.
I mean, it really wasn't a threat. But you guys didn't say anything about attacking.
We just said we wouldn't act with aggression.
Okay, but that doesn't mean attack.
Yeah.
There's other ways of being aggressive.
Yeah.
You know, in other words, you're more or less, I took that as you're not gonna argue with them.
Yeah.
So if you were taking it that you weren't gonna go to war with, then yeah, then I shouldn't have endorsed that.
No, that's not how we're doing it. It was just like.
Yeah, I know. All right.
Which book do we want to do? The first one I hear is
Fishing.
Gold flag. Gold flag.
Yeah, fishing was the first.
Are you guys gonna get your You can get your computers.
You know, Hey Parker, just stop. Don't talk to me.
I did all that, and I signed really good cursive. You want to see it? I signed really good cursive.
He did like this last.
I'll show you.
What was that?
I said, we did all that. And I signed in really good cursive. I'm saying it was great.
Can you stop? Stop talking. What?
That's why. You know what, I'll take it.
Maddox Jones? Dude,